Okay, everybody's already lined up and like ready to do the swimwear thing, so I will do an official intro with you probably after the show, but for now, enjoy the B-roll. Hello again. I'm not gonna lie, that was not the most enjoyable of the trip. I get the vibes. It was outside by the pool because it was swimwear. But again, it's Florida. I put my hair in a bun thinking we were gonna be good, but look, we're already starting. So anyways, yeah, it was by the pool and I was in direct sunlight, and then about halfway through they were like, do you guys want to move to this side? And we were like, yeah, we're dying. So we move over to the other side, and within like 10 minutes we were back in direct sunlight. So yep, really great. But from now on it's just dance. We have 2 dance events today. I think the first one is 2 hours and the second one is 3 hours. I'm excited for it, but a lot of the other people here, like agents, managers, casting directors, they don't deal with dancers, so they're not so much looking forward to it. But I certainly am. And then tomorrow we have another full day of dance. We start off with commercial, and then the rest of the day is dance. So I'm excited. Finally, I get to do what I came here for. It was interesting though, watching the swimwear runway, just because I felt like I definitely was not qualified to be there, because I caught myself judging people based on the swimsuit they were wearing. I was like, oh my god, that's so cute, and not so much like if they're a good model or like walking good or however you normally judge these things. So it just made me kind of giggle, because I just continually was like, oh my god, that's so cute, put a check mark, and I'm like, no, that's not what we're judging right now. So anyways, yeah, not a good model judge. Sorry, not sorry. Now that I made friends, apparently there's free food here, and I have been paying for all of my meals. I mean, we got the meal stipend, but I've been paying for all my meals. So she's gonna show me where the free food is. And then I think we're gonna co-work a little again, because it's 10 in the morning, and the first event, dance doesn't start till 12:30, so we have 2.5 hours. We are going to go explore and eat, and then I will see you for the dance competition. I'm back. Dance was amazing. Of course it was. So been looking forward to it, so I'm glad we finally got to it. The first round was advanced dancer, and then some of the intermediate dancers. We have 3 more hours of, I believe, beginner and intermediate, and then tomorrow we get to see the workshops, so I finally get to see like retention, how they learn from different choreographers, things like that. I did give quite a few callbacks. For dance, there's 2 different scoring criteria. So number 1, you give them a score from 1 to 12, and then second, do you want to give them a callback or not? So I noticed that usually they didn't really line up. Like technically there were some really great dancers, and so I gave them 12s because they deserved it. However, I didn't necessarily give all of the 12s callbacks, but I'd much rather sign a 10 who has like all of the attitude and stage presence in the world. And control is another one. There was this one girl who was throwing trick after trick, and yeah, it's cool, she was super flexible too, but she had 0 control, so I feel like the whole time I was like holding my breath, just like waiting for her to fall. Somebody like that, I don't necessarily know if I would want to offer them representation. But on the other end, there were some 10s that I gave who had like phenomenal body control, personality like crazy, and just like entertaining to watch, not just like trick after trick, leg after leg, you know? So with all of that said, I'm actually just gonna chill for a little bit. We don't have as much time as I thought we were. We're supposed to have an hour in between, but right now we only have like 45 minutes, which is fine. And I did actually like going there early. Block, Clear, and MSA are here, so I got to chit chat with them for a little bit. So anyways, I plan to go down there pretty soon. I'd like to be early again so we can continue mingling, and I will see you for dance round 2. Oh my gosh, okay. It's crazy. This is literally perfect timing. I just put you guys away and I sat down on the bed, and I just got, not me, but the agency just got an audition for a really big brand. It's in person tomorrow with a casting director who actually helped me get onto casting networks in the first place. He literally gave me a letter of recommendation. Okay, It is for tomorrow at 3:40 p.m. California time. It's so odd being like so far ahead. I feel like in the mornings I get like so ahead of life, and then at night I'm like, oh my god, it's 8 o'clock, which means it's 5 o'clock, so I need to like get stuff done, you know? Anyways, besides the point. So yeah, I'm going to send her this callback. Make sure she can attend tomorrow at 3:40 p.m. And yeah, I guess I will keep you guys posted on that one too. Okay, bye for real. Okay, so I forgot to film the dances from the second round of auditions, so that B-roll is probably gonna be really, really short. But anyways, I have thoughts. First and foremost, I want to say that anybody who gets out there and dances to a room full of agents, casting directors, and managers, props to you. That is not easy, especially a lot of people in my industry tend to sit there with very like stoic faces. So I'm sure it's very intimidating. So kudos to you. With that being said, I don't exactly know how they decided levels. With the exception of 2 dancers, the beginner level was pretty accurate, but the 2 beginners that did not belong there, I would say they were very advanced dancers. There was one tapper. Obviously, I don't know a whole lot about tap, but I can tell you that was advanced. And then the other one, she was on the younger side, but she definitely outdanced some of the advanced dancers that I had seen, to be completely honest. And then for the intermediate dancers, I kind of feel like I gave more callbacks to the intermediate dancers than I did to the advanced dancers. Anyways, I don't know how like the categories were decided or who went where, or if they just self-sign up, or I don't know what the case is, but I was pleasantly surprised by the second group of intermediate dancers. The other thing I will say is as an agent, I caught myself a couple of times having to check the age over and over and over again, because there were some dancers who I was like, oh, like actually they're pretty good, and I would go to give them a callback, like check the box to give them a callback, and then I would realize that, you know, they're 18 or 19 or 20, 21, and then if that's the case, then I kind of have to think extra hard. I don't know if you can hear that, but the point is I can hear it, and it's really annoying. It's like a bug. Cicada? I don't know. The loud one. So anyways, I would notice that, you know, even though I thought they were a good dancer, I was thinking they were a good dancer because they were a child. And so once we get into the 18 to 21 range, I have to compare you to the people on my roster, because when it comes to auditions, that's who you'd be competing against. Because, you know, at this point in my career, I'm also having to think about, you know, maintaining my reputation. And so if I send somebody to a music video, a commercial, a tour audition, and it's not up to the standard that I have, I guess, held myself to when I sign talent and find talent, then I wouldn't be doing my job. So anyways, I think those are all my thoughts. Overall, a lot of great, talented people. Yeah, I'm just really, really excited to see what tomorrow brings, because tomorrow are the workshops. I think I mentioned this already, but I'll get to see them do different styles. I'll get to see their retention, because they have to learn it very, very quickly. I'll also be able to see them with a variety of teachers. A lot of the choreography that I saw on the stage today, I don't know this, but I'm gonna assume for a competition setting, they've probably been learning it since fall. So it'll be really interesting tomorrow to see them learn on the spot and have to perform it right then and there. So I'm definitely excited for that. Currently, I am doing submissions. We got, I wanna say 4 or 5 different projects that we got callbacks on, and then I have just regular submissions. I think I had like maybe 50 to 60 come through today. So yeah, I'm just gonna work. It's only 6:30, so oh geez, and tomorrow's crazy. 8:30 to 10:30, 10:30 to noon. I have a 30-minute break for lunch. Then we're back to it. 12:30 to 2, 3 to 4:30, 4:30 to 6, 8 to 9:30. I don't finish till 9:30 tomorrow, and then there's another party tomorrow from 9:30 to 11:30, and then I have to be up the next day at 9 a.m. Yeah, tomorrow's party is definitely not happening. Oh, it's karaoke. I don't do that. So yeah, tomorrow is gonna be a really full day. And of course I will bring you with me. I will try and be better about B-roll. Today I was just so immersed in the dance. I'm just kidding, I just forgot. It's ADHD, what can I say? So anyways, thank you for joining me today. Another day down. I will see you once again bright and early tomorrow. You guys, I'm very grateful, very blessed, but I'm also exhausted. I started today at 8:30 and everything has just been running late. So Pressley's here. I'm not gonna say her last name because I don't want to butcher it, but like I'll put a picture or something here. And anyways, Pressley is actually performing a 30-minute set tomorrow night. So they were actually picking out dancers who they wanted to perform on the main stage. So anyways, I got to sit through that and watch, the couple rounds of callbacks and all that fun stuff. While doing all this, obviously I'm doing my own callbacks, and so they gave us a sheet and we had to write down the dancers that we wanted to call back tomorrow. I have 4 hours of callbacks tomorrow. Technically, I've kind of been doing callbacks today. After each dance session, I've been going up to certain dancers that I'm interested in and just asking a couple questions. Obviously, I'm not going to sign them on the spot here. We need to have a much more formal conversation and make sure everything's crystal clear because you know me, transparency. I'm trying to think what else. I don't remember which class it was in between, but I had 8 minutes to run to the food room. They had fettuccine Alfredo, slopped it on my plate. I got through 2 bites and a breadstick. Oh, I also took a cookie to go. And now, by the way, the last class went late. So it's now 6:45. Finally back in the room. I'm actually supposed to meet one of the dancers. It was supposed to be at 6:30, but then he got called into a rehearsal. So I'm gonna meet one of the dancers, and then we have the big finale showcase, talent show, whatever you want to call it. With everybody, the dancers, the singers, the actors, the models. Did I say models already? Man, I'm tired. Anyways, everybody who's here, they're performing something of some sort. I don't know. I just show up places when they tell me to be there and I judge. Anyways, that event is from 8 to 10. I really need to get work done. I've been trying to keep up just via my phone because I think it's rude to pull out my entire laptop while people are auditioning. But when auditions come through, I try to text my clients real quick and just be hey, make sure you check this out or whatever. But I also saw that we have a choreography job that just came through, which requires a lot of my attention. It's not something I can just text out real quick. And then I also saw a creative director reached out and we're really trying to build a good relationship with him because he works on a lot of projects. So he sent me a message, asked me to watch something. So I want to be a good human being and actually watch it before I respond. So yeah, just a lot going on, and I wish I had a little bit more food in my belly because then my brain would function a little bit better. You guys already know ADHD, so like we're already not operating on all cylinders. But anyways, I'm gonna stop yapping. Like I said, it is because I've been yapping. It's now 6:50, so I'm gonna go find food. Yeah, I'm gonna go eat food. I'm gonna go meet with this guy, and then I'm gonna go to the showcase, and then I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna try and work, but I'm probably gonna go to bed. Okay, so sorry for the abrupt ending. It's kind of loud right now. My mom called, and now the dancer's actually waiting in the lobby for me, so I'm having to rush over there right now. But I will follow up after the showcase. At the talent show. Like a lot of fun. I got to sit with my new friends. I feel like I'm at summer camp or something. I made 2 friends today. I sat with Knicole from MSA and Lainey from Block. They are amazing and wonderful. Brandon had to leave from MSA. He had to leave earlier today, so it was just us gals chilling in the back watching the dancers. There was also, I mean, you guys are gonna see from the montage, or maybe you've already seen it. I don't know how I edit this, but there was like dancers, and there was a guy from Broadway who, I don't know if he's currently on Broadway or just finished, but he was in Hamilton. There was a fashion show by one of the guys from Project Runway. I have not seen the new season yet. It's on my list. I just am busy. So that was really cool. I loved the collection. So good. So good. Tomorrow, I know in the evening we have events, which supposedly they're all optional, which I don't know why they would be optional. It's Pressley's performance with Guy Groove's choreography. I'm giving away, not like, I mean, yes, I am, but all the agencies are giving away like some sort of prize to their, not necessarily their favorite dancer, but just a dancer. I'm just gonna leave it at that because it's not necessarily, the one that I chose, I just feel like, I don't know, I just saw something special in her, and what I'm giving is a $100 gift card to Playground. So I guess I personally feel like training is what this particular girl needs, and not only training, but also footage for her reel. So yeah, that's why I'm giving it to her. But anyways, all the agencies are giving something away. So yeah, I picked my dancer today, and then tomorrow it gets awarded to her. So of course I want to be there to like see it, you know, but it's formal wear. I did not bring formal wear. The outfit that I wore today is like, it's not formal, but it's like somewhat fancy. I don't know, I would say probably cocktail attire. I'm saying that like I know what cocktail attire, I know what a cocktail dress is, but I don't know what cocktail attire is. Anyways, I don't think it's like super formal, but I also don't think it's like casual. So anyways, I might just have to be an outfit repeater and wear what I wore today. Except, even though it's freezing over there, I can just take the jacket off and it'll probably look like a new outfit. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So anyways, okay, so that wraps up today. Tomorrow is the last day. It is callbacks in the morning and then all of the other stuff at night. I will of course bring you with me, but I mean, aside from that, like the awards night, I don't know what else is happening tomorrow, so I guess you will just come along for the ride with me. Like I said, they tell me where to be and I just show up there with a smile on my face. So I don't exactly know what's going on all the time, but we are in this together. Okay, I got a grilled cheese sandwich, so I'm gonna eat my grilled cheese in peace and go to bed because it is 10:30 at night and it is past my bedtime. Actually, I'm gonna eat the sandwich and then I'm gonna do submissions and then I'm gonna go to bed. Have a beautiful night, friends. Hello, I'm back. So I finished callbacks. I ate what some would call lunch. I'm gonna be honest, I'm like so exhausted right now. I think it's already been a long week and then I had this many callbacks and some people forgot to give me their headshot resumes, so this like isn't even all of them and it's a pretty big stack. As far as I'm going, I'm unwell. It is raining, it is more humid than it's ever been. Like what is this? And I was gonna, okay, so tonight's the big gala or whatever and we're supposed to dress up, and of course I didn't bring a gown, but I was gonna wear what I wore yesterday just without the jacket. And so I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna come back to the room, I'm gonna curl my hair, I'm gonna redo my makeup, I'm gonna look really, really good. I was gonna run straight over there and not go outside again until after the event. That way my hair would somewhat stay nice and maybe I could take pictures. But yeah, now it's raining. Now it's more humid than it's ever been. So I don't see that happening, so I might have to go looking like this. We've had a lot of castings between last night and today, so that's some really good news. I always feel bad when I'm on these trips because I'm like, I'm not giving my full attention to the roster that I already have because I'm searching for new talent. It's just like a weird feeling for, like, it's a personal thing. But anyways, I feel like I have done more castings and submissions and work on this trip, bookings on this trip, than I do when I'm just chilling at home. So at least I feel productive. What I will say about callbacks, it was kind of mixed bag. I had actually a couple people who I did not give callbacks to, and they came over to the table and they were like, are you busy? Can I chat with you? And of course, I'm not gonna say no. So I'm like, yeah, take a seat. They would give me their headshot resume. They'd shake my hand. I just feel like the people who don't get callbacks, I kind of feel like sometimes they work harder than the people who do get callbacks, and maybe they deserve it a little bit more. Obviously that's not like across the board, but I am really glad that some people just took initiative and came over and said hi and introduced themselves. A couple of them asked me like, what can I do to be better for the next audition? And I was honest with some of them, like I don't remember you, I don't know. So my biggest advice to you is make choices that make you stand out, because at least the people that sucked, like, I know who they are because they sucked. Whereas these other people, it's not necessarily that they suck. In fact, a lot of them are very good technical dancers. But if you're not making any choices that make me want to look at you or make me want to like remember your number, well, then you're not going to get a callback. So anyways, good conversations. It's also interesting with the younger ones. Some of them are super bubbly. Some of them are super professional. Some of them are super shy. And you know, all those things are things I have to take into consideration, because yeah, when you're on the dance floor, of course you can be the best dancer, but when a casting director wants to meet one-on-one with you, how are you going to act in that room? Because that's the only room that matters. And then there were a couple of girls, I want to say they were like 12 to 14, and they were like fully in control of their own career. This one mom was telling me that her daughter like auditioned for it, she got like a scholarship to come here, daughter coordinated travel, like daughter did everything. The mom was just kind of like, I'll be here to buy you lunch. So anyways, not that all kids need to be like that. I think, you know, kids deserve to have a childhood, but I will say it it means something to me to see that like they are in control of their own career and they're willing to do whatever it takes to make that career a reality. I will also say it kind of translates into social media too. Some of them are like, I post every single day, I'm training this many times a day, I'm posting about it, I come to events like these all the time. So I also think stuff like that, you know, great way to get into the industry, especially nowadays. Social media is like the biggest thing to get an agent, to get booked on a job, to get an artist to notice you, to get a brand to notice you. So smart kids. Anyways, it's 2 o'clock. The fancy event starts at 4, so I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do right now. I fear if I lay down I might not wake up, so I'll probably try and find some work to keep me busy for the next couple hours. If the rain stops, I will curl my hair, and if it doesn't, we're just going like this. I mean, I'm gonna change my outfit, but this beautiful hairdo is just gonna have to suffice. Alrighty, I will see you later. So award ceremony was good, as you will see, or maybe you've already seen. There was an aeropostale fashion show, and then Pressley did her performances, and then they gave out awards. Now this just came to my attention. Apparently that wasn't the only fancy event tonight. We have another VIP and staff only party tonight at 8:30, and it ends at 11. And I have to wake up tomorrow morning at 5 to catch my bus to catch my plane. It is 7:45 right now. I will actually probably start walking over there here very soon. I am gonna refresh my face. Supposedly there's dinner at this thing. I don't know if that's true or not, so I'm debating if I want to eat right now, because even if there is food, like, I'm such a picky eater, like what if there's nothing for me to eat and then I just starve until 11 o'clock tonight? I don't know, so many decisions to make. But regardless, it's the final day, the final push, final event. So I'm excited to go say goodbye to everybody and just enjoy this last little party shindig hurrah. All right, I'll probably take you with me to this party, but if there's like nothing of importance for me to film, then goodbye. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, I'm back, and that is a wrap on Passport to Dance 2026. I leave very early in the morning, so I will take you with me to the airport, and then we will say goodbye. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, just do all the things because you love me. I will see you in the next video, and cue the outro.